Hello, everybody. Welcome to our team call. My name is Melanie Yoakum. I'm the founder of this team, but I am definitely not like the head honcho. This team is awesome because we believe in a collective energy. We believe in a leadership style where that collective energy of working together is what gets us to go forward. And so this call is really about me presenting an idea that I have based on something that I learned from watching a video on the Champions page. And it's really just facilitating a discussion. I'm going to tell you guys what I came up with, and then I'm going to give you an opportunity to give me some feedback. Okay, so if you're watching the playback and you obviously can't give me feedback real time, that's a discussion that I definitely want to have with all of you who are interested in being a part of this leadership team. So this call is all about the Get Started Right call. So the Get Started Right call, as a new coach, you do a Get Started Right call with either your upline sponsor coach or an upline coach in your overall team. And so in the past, what we would do, we had this big list, all this stuff, and we just threw everything on everyone, and people would, it would just be like a deer in headlights. It was very overwhelming. And a lot of times it would start people before they even started. And, you know, it just wasn't working. And so listening to that leader on the Champions page, which if you're not connected to the Beachbody Champions page, I tell you, like, get yourself connected there, like right now. Go on Facebook and look for Team Beachbody Champions page and add yourself there. They'll approve you. And there is a ton of stuff there that you can learn and grow from. But this particular video, this coach really resonated with me. And she was saying, you know, we don't have to give them everything all at once. We can give it to them one step at a time. And that really resonated with me. And I felt like it would really resonate with our team. And I felt like it would really help the new coaches that do trust us with their journey to get their feet wet and get some momentum to help build their team, which helps build your team. And that's how it works, right? It's the power of we. So that's what this is about. Devin and I hosted a Get Started Right call on Monday. And basically we just gave them the step one. So this list that I have is more of an outline. I haven't solidified it yet. When it is solidified based on, you know, what we come up with and anybody who wants to be a part of this and give feedback, I'm going to type it out, and it's going to be a document that can be duplicatable. So not only can you use it and know what to follow, but then you can teach your coaches, you can teach their coaches, who can teach their coaches. And you guys, it's that simple. That is how an empire is built. That is how an elite coach team is built. That is how a top 10 coach team is built, is when you have these systems that not only work and are fun and engaging, but also can be duplicated. So that way you're not doing all the work. You are the teacher teaching the students, who then become the teachers who teach the students, and so it goes. So I'm really excited about this approach. So the first call that we did on Monday, the new coach mentorship call, basically all we really did for that was, that would be step one. What I'm going to do in the document that's going to outline all the steps, I'm going to put, you know, step one, it's going to be this. Step two is going to be this, you know, and you can just go down the line. So here's the thing though. This is taking the responsibility out of the lead coach's lap, and it's placing part of it, a lot of it, in your lap, because you're going to be that go-between. So rather than me just like puking all the information and say, okay, now go do it, it's me breadcrumbing, or even you, if you feel comfortable taking it over after you learn the system. But you have to be that bridge to then check in and make sure that they're doing those little things one at a time. Okay, so I have to say that up front, like, this is going to be putting work in your lap, but it's good work, and it's work that you want to be doing, because as you are helping them, you're actually helping yourself grow as a leader. You're feeling into that leadership role. You're building your own confidence as a leader. And it's just good for everyone. So the step one, the first breadcrumb, is that new coach mentorship call. All we did, you guys, was a welcome. And then we told them to do two things. That's it. Number one, well, what's the number one thing we do as a coach, right? Commit to our own journey. Commit to a workout program. Commit to a nutrition plan. Commit to a personal development book. To commit to their personal journey. That's all about them. That's it. That was our number one thing we said for them to do. And the only other thing we asked them to do on that new coach mentorship call was to invite 3 or more people to join them on the journey, just like their coach had invited them. And that was it. I mean, I think the call was like 10 or 12 minutes. And you see how fast it took me to say that out loud. So the rest of the time was spent on the two people, well, actually it was one person that was there on time, and then someone came a little bit later, so they didn't get to talk as much. But the one person who was there, it gave him an opportunity to tell his story. It gave him an, because I said, well, who are you? And I forget how I said it, but anyway, he was able to tell his story, say why he was interested in Beachbody, and talk about, his journey and who he was. And it was just really awesome. And it was very simple. It was very easy. It wasn't any sort of high pressure. And I really feel like that is the way we want to go, because if we can get coaches to see from the beginning that this is something that they can do and they can believe in themselves from the get-go, imagine how different their journey will be, rather than dumping all of this stuff on them and then feeling like they can't breathe and like, oh my God, this is so hard, I can't do this. Like, which coach is going to be more successful? The one that feels like, oh yeah, I can do that. I can commit to my journey. Oh, I can invite 3 people. Oh, I can do this, right? See the energy change in that? That's where we're going with this. So that's going to be the first step. This is what I have so far. Step 2, after they do that part, we're going to call on them to do the coming out post. So this is where it really gets to that point where it's that interaction between you and your coach. Instead of me saying, okay, next is your coming out post, it's you directing them to the team page. So as you know, in Lightworker Dynasty team page, we have something called a social learning community. So if you've not checked that out, there are units in that page. And in the units, you can find a video of me explaining what a coming out post is, explaining how to do it, giving some examples. And then you can also find some actual examples from coaches on our team. And that's the place that you're going to refer them to. So you are going to follow up with them and make sure that they invited their 3 people. You're going to follow up with them and make sure that they understand, okay, this is where you go. This is your next step. So you'll have to go in there and tag them and follow up with them and give them that next step. And that's how it's going to work. It puts the leadership role in your hands, but it takes the fear away from you, because it's not like you have to come up with it. You're just following a plan, just like you would be following a script, right? I will say, I want to go back and interject, because it's not written down, but I did realize on Monday after we got off, one thing that I should have said on the first call, and this will be in the script, you guys, I'll have it all written out so it's all organized. I should have directed the new people to make sure that they looked for the welcome email from Beachbody. And if it's been a while for you since you got that, please go back in your back office under the trainings and look at that first training that you get. Because when they get the email from Beachbody, it explains, tells them welcome, that, celebrating them for joining this amazing team. And then it directs them to do, it's called the first 30. And it's 3 prompts for them to do. It's what they do in the first 30 minutes, what they do in the first 30 hours, and what they do in the first 30 days. So if you haven't looked at that, maybe you never looked at it. Maybe when you joined as a coach, you were like, I'm not going to work the business. I'm just doing it for the discount. So maybe you didn't even pay attention to that. If that is you, I encourage you, go back into your back office under trainings and find the first 30. And you go through that. And then you contact your coach, because the first 30 days is actually a document that coach will fill out. And it walks them through their goals and what they want to achieve. And it's really good. And it's good that you have that conversation then with your personal upline coach. So I will go back and interject that will actually be part of the first one. So I will include that in the document that'll be the duplication. So I apologize for skipping that. So the first is the welcome, the commit to your journey, the help 3, and then referring them back to that first 30, calling on them to contact their personally sponsored coach with that document when they're done with it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it'll make more sense when you see that document in front of you. So that's the first one. Second one is then following up to make sure that they invited their 3 people, and then directing them to the next step, which is the coming out post. There's a YouTube video that I recorded that they'll watch. It's not very long. And then there are scripts and examples for them to use, which are awesome. And those are in the Units tab of the Lightworker Dynasty page. Super easy with Units tab, you guys. So that's the second step, little breadcrumbs. The third step, once they've done their coming out post, that's the post where they announce that they're a coach. They don't have to say Beachbody. A lot of times we encourage people not to say Beachbody or Shakeology or what actual program they're doing. But once they do that coming out post, Then we're going to direct them to the 4 vital behaviors. So number 3 in the breadcrumb will be the 4 vital behaviors, you know, and when we think about that, what's the 4 vitals? You got to be a product of the product. That goes back to our number 1 from the first call that we have them on is commit to your journey, right? 2 is to invite. 3 is your personal development, which is, again, part of your personal journey. And 4 is recognition. Now, if you're a new coach, you might not have anybody to recognize yet, but you have an entire challenge group that you are a part of. You have an upline coach. You have, you know, that whole sisterhood. So even if they're not your personally sponsored coach that you have personally sponsored, you can still recognize the people in the group. And quite frankly, I want you to do that because that's how we learn and that's how we grow and that's how we get motivation, right? So that would be the 3rd breadcrumb, is to direct them to the 4 vitals. The inviting, you guys, that 2nd vital, that inviting is so important. It's so important. It is not enough to do a coming out post and just expect everyone to flock to you. It may happen. That would be fantastic. But you have to be the one to go in there and reach out to those people who are liking on your post, who are commenting on your post, and invite them. Think of it this way, you guys. If you had a party next Friday night at your house and you did not invite anyone to come, do you think anyone would show up? No, they're not going to come. You didn't invite them. It's the same thing, right? So we have to get over ourselves because, like, this is what happens, you guys, and it happened to me too, and it still happens to me sometimes. You're like, oh, God, I don't want to invite that person. What are they going to think? And what are they going to say? Oh, my God, what if they say no, or they think I'm stupid? Or we all have those thoughts. Every coach, even the top coaches, still struggle with things like that, right? But we have to overcome that. We have to say, okay, yeah, this is uncomfortable, but I know if I do something uncomfortable, I'm guaranteed growth. So I'm going to invite that person anyway. And we have trainings. We have something called the Coach Basics that will take you through all the building blocks to teach you how to talk to people. You know, the system of engaging non-Beachbody first before you roll into an invite. But we have so many things to invite you to, you guys. We have the first Monday of the month. We have a free group. It starts actually on Monday. It is free. They don't have to pay a dime. They don't have to sign up for anything. They just have to show up and let us love on them and give them a lot of free content. That's very valuable. The second Monday of the month, we have a coaching opportunity sneak peek that I run. I would love for some leaders to step up and help me do that. You know, help me run. And if that's something that you'd be interested in, please reach out to me and I will give you a job and it'll be great. So that's the second Monday of the month. The third Monday of the month is our start date for our challenge group. And I say it like that because our challenge group now is a forever group. So we don't really have a start-stop date, but it is important to give the public a start date because then they won't procrastinate. It's like, oh crap, that's next Monday. I got to get my shit together and say yes and get my pack, right? So that's the third Monday of the month. So there is something to invite to all the time. And if you need help with your invites, reach out to your personally sponsored coach and they can help you. We have so many scripts. We have so many resources, you guys. You just have to know where to look and we will help you find that. So that's our third breadcrumb is the 4 vitals. Our fourth breadcrumb would be the business activity tracker. So by now, your new coach, they've sent out, they've done the hard part. They've sent out their first 3 invites. They've done their coming out post. They're digging into the 4 vitals. They're getting more comfortable with messaging people. They're getting more comfortable with inviting people. They're getting more comfortable with posting and sharing their journey. Now it's time to really dig into, okay, like what do we actually do as a coach? So there is this awesome thing and it's free. All you got to do is print it out. I was printing it for people for a while and then I just got so freaking busy that I'm like, you guys just have to print it yourself. You can go to a place like Kinko's or there's a place here in Wapak and they'll bind it for you. You just print it out. And it literally tells you what to do every single day. And you just check it off. If you can't do all the boxes, so what, sister? Do what you can, but do it consistently. And you notice, you know what's up here at the top? What's the number one thing as a coach? Your personal journey, right? The top, workout, drink Shakeology. So if you're not drinking Shakeology, you should be. But if you're not, if you're into the performance line, then you can scratch that out and put energize, recover, recharge, whatever it is. But you got to be a product of the product. You got to be consuming some of the products, whatever that is for you. There's a ton of stuff. We got collagen now, like we got all kinds of stuff. And then the second one, connect, invite, follow up. And it gives you suggested times. If you don't have this much time, that's okay. You set a timer. I got 10 minutes. How much can I do in 10 minutes? We have action hours that we do together that you can hop on with if you need some guidance in that. So reach out to your coach and get connected, all right? And it literally tells you, and then every day you just go check, 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 check. And then you can start seeing patterns of, oh, you know what? I've been doing really good about my social media posts, but I haven't been updating my stories. Or I've been doing great on my stories, but I haven't been good at following up. So this is really good for you to analyze yourself too, to see what you're showing up for and what you're lacking in. And that way, if you've had a month that maybe didn't go the way you wanted to, you have something to look back on and say, okay, where did I miss the mark? Because I know next month I'm going to go back and hit that. But yeah, basically this is the breakdown. This is the business activity tracker. A lot of us really like this. There's another one that I got just before Summit, that top 10 coach I was talking about, Moira. This one's called Rise Up, and you can get it from Amazon. I think it's like $20, but it's really the same kind of thing. It's laid out a little bit different, but I really like the stuff that she has you do in the beginning, because she really gets you to dig down into your dreams. She has you journal like you're answering questions. I really like this, you guys, but that's me. So you have to find a tracker that works for you. These are two of the best ones that I've seen, and these are two of the ones that I suggest to people. All right, so that's the fourth breadcrumb. Can you imagine giving everybody all this at once? Like, you're probably like sitting there like, holy shit, like she's going to talk about a lot of things. And that's why we are separating it. And that's why it's going to be important that you have to stand in and follow up with your coach and make sure that this stuff is happening. And then you lean on me when you come up with something like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to guide her, or I don't know how to guide him. Like, what should I do? That's where I come in. Does that make sense? So fourth breadcrumb would be the business activity tracker. Then after they've got that, then we talk to them about Success Club. You know, Success Club is really important in this business. Success Club is founded around the idea that you're helping new people every month. And the cool thing is now they redid the point system to where it can be a person that you've helped before, but it's been 6 months, and maybe they get a new pack with a new program, you can get an additional 2 points for them. So basically how you earn Success Club is that you earn 2 points for each challenge pack, or completion pack, you earn 2 points, or anybody who gets Shakeology on Home Direct, like a new order of Shakeology on Home Direct. And if you can get 6 Success Club points in a month, you get what's called Success Club. And that, you guys, that qualifies you for free customer leads. It is so important. Where Susie from New Mexico signs up on beachbody.com, she will randomly get assigned to a coach, and that coach could be you if you are in the Success Club wheel. Now, I will say, in addition to earning that Success Club, you also have to be an Emerald. And that leads me to my 6th breadcrumb, where we talk about going Emerald in 24 hours. Because y'all, Emerald is a decision. It is a decision. It is a decision to show up for yourself consistently. It is a decision to invite people, and it is a decision to believe in yourself that you are worthy of leading people. And you do that by putting yourself first, your own journey, your fitness, your nutrition, your mindset. A lot of us on this team, we sign up our spouse or significant other as a person on our team right away, because you only have 2 legs in your downline, just 2. So if you sign up 2 coaches and it's not your spouse, guess what? Your spouse did not get the best part on your tree, because the best part is at the top of your tree. So we'll go into that in more detail with them on that 6th breadcrumb. And then that's what I have so far. I know I would want to talk to them about Diamond after Emerald, because Diamond is a goal that if you're trying to build a business, that should definitely be on your radar. And really, it's just a stepping stone to where the business really starts to explode, which is 2-star. And we'll get into all that. So yeah, that's what I have so far. So Carlotta, I'm going to unmute you and give you a chance to say whatever you want to say or give me some feedback.
I really enjoyed what you said, because at the beginning, I was way overwhelmed. I mean, just everything was at me all at once. I'm like, okay, well, I got to go here. I got to do this. I got to go back. I'm like, I was just so, I felt kind of like, okay, now what? Okay, I'm doing it, but now I don't know. It was really overwhelming at first. Now that I'm getting used to it, and, we're going, like you said, in breadcrumbs and just, doing it the way we're doing it now, that's a lot better. I just think everything was too much at once for me.
Yeah, and you're not alone. And I think a lot of people just shut down. They're like, this is not for me because I'm working full time and I've got these kids and I'm trying to clean my house and keep my marriage together and doing this extracurricular stuff. And it's just like, when you look at it all, because it's a lot, you guys, it's a
Yes.
lot. When you look at it all at once, it is overwhelming. But if you just say, okay, today I'm going to focus on this, I can do that. Today I'm going to focus on this, I can do that. And the most important thing, you guys, when you start onboarding working coaches, people who want to work the business, whether they want to be a jogger and just do it as a hobby, or whether they want to like make six figures, it is so important that they get a quick win, because that is the impression that they're going to have about coaching. I can do this. Look, I just did this. I'm a new coach and I just did this. I had this win. We have to set them up so when they start, they can get a quick win. And by giving them one thing at a time, we're going to build that confidence in them. You're going to get confidence in you. Like, man, I'm good at onboarding coaches. I'm good at leading my people. I'm good at helping them be successful. And the whole thing, it's just like, I get chill bumps thinking about it, because watching you, Carlotta, onboard your first coach that is coming, and I feel it and I know it. Watching you be successful with helping them help their first person. It's just like it's a celebration. It's so exciting. And then think about how you'll feel when your new coach that's coming onboards her or his first new coach, and then they get a quick win. Like, that is so freaking rewarding. That shit lights me up. Like, that makes me really excited for our team. And I'm just so grateful that we have that champions page, and I happen to see that girl's video, because that was like the seed that was planted that has now morphed into what this is, which will eventually morph into a solid duplicatable system. But it's only going to work if you do the things, if you do the following up and directing them of where to go. So you have to understand it for yourself first, and then it's like you have to understand it before you teach it. So I'm going to be like, I feel like I'm like the teacher of the teachers. Like, you guys are all, I mean, it relates to what I know. It's like I almost feel like I'm the professor in the college and you guys are the teachers, and you're coming and you're learning this content, but I'm not doing it for you. I'm just teaching you how to do it, but then you're going to actually go out in the classroom and do it. So I really think this is good. I really believe in this. I really think this is going to be good. And I'm excited for any more feedback of what anyone who's watching the playback, and you, Carlotta, included, if things come to you later that you say, you know what, I really think this should be a part of it. I really think this should be a part of it. And then maybe we make a group around it, and then just rerun the group every month. So it's not just like, okay, here's Coach Basics, do it. Like, okay, here's Coach Basics, definitely do that. But then get yourself over here so you can breadcrumb it along. And by the end of, by the end of a couple of weeks, you'll be enrolled. You'll have your team already started. You'll have your wins. You'll have your success club. And that is how successful teams are made, just like that. One day at a time.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
Awesome.
Totally agree.
All right. Well, that's all I got. So what we'll do, because it's 9:23, so we don't have too much time, but we've got 7 minutes, girl. We're going to work. So if you're watching the playback, you can with this, sister. So what I'm going to do, because I have been slacking on this, I'm going to go on Instagram and look for followers. So I love Booty Yoga. I love Busy Gold. This has been what's working for me. I will find one of Busy's posts, and I will look at the people who are interacting on her post, and I will go to their page, and if they resonate with me, I will follow them. Okay, so that's working for me. So if you need to do follow-ups, do them. If you need to do invites, do them. And we have 6 minutes now. I'm going to set my timer.
Okay.
And knock it out. I'll put a little music on too.
Sweet. Okay, let's roll.
Let's roll.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Oh, I just got something.
Awesome.
She said, oh crap. She didn't say, oh crap. Okay. She said, sure, what is it all about? So how do I
is that for the free group?
It's for part of the free group.
Yes. Just say it's about reestablishing a morning routine, period. Want me to add you, ? It's on Facebook. Did you say it was free? Did you use that script I gave you?
Yes.
Yeah. It's about taking back your morning routine, period. Want me to add you, ? It's on Facebook. If she says yes, send her the URL.
Oh, okay.
Not the URL, the link, so she can add herself, and tell her when she does to let you know, and then you guys friend each other on Facebook. Make sure you do that too, so you're friends on Facebook. Because sometimes, or is that on Facebook that you're connected to?
I'm on Instagram.
Yeah. So that's the transition. And sometimes you'll get people who don't have Facebook, and that's okay. You just stay connected with them because you never know when they'll be ready to join you. They'll still keep watching you.
So I said it's about reestablishment of your mornings
routine. And then just say, want me to add you? And if she says yes, send her the link and say, add yourself here and I'll approve you. That was it right there.
Okay. Well, at least I got one bite.
Yeah, see, it's just like that. It's that simple. It's that simple. We make it so fucking hard. It's not hard. It's just about putting yourself out there, inviting people to the party because they don't know there's a party if you don't invite them. And that free group, I'm telling you, it is money. And so let's say you have 10 people join the free group and one of them decides to join us in a regular group. You still have 9 people in that free group. And next month there'll be another free group and they'll keep getting free.
Hey, sounds good.
Right? It's a funnel.
You just said, okay, that sounds good.
Good. Send her the link. Say, here's the link. Add yourself. And then friend me on Facebook. Do you know how to send the link for your Facebook friend?
No. Crap.
It's okay.
Okay.
Just say, here's the link, add yourself. Do you know her name?
Okay, now I'm getting overexcited. Where's the link?
I gave it to you in Messenger.
Oh, yeah.
So go back here. So copy, paste that. Say, here's the link, add yourself. And then let's connect there.
Okay.
That's it.
Let's do that.
That's all you do. That's it.
Woo-hoo!
Yes. And you know what? I got an email today from Beachbody that said that they gave us 3 new promo codes.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. So this is what I like to do. I just run them through the free group. I don't talk about our forever group. I don't talk about challenge packs. I don't talk about none of that. I just interact with those people. I have my own separate list for the people who are in the free group. And then I just love on them the whole week. I give it all to them. And then at the end, we always do an opportunity for the people in the free group to join us in our forever group. And we'll do like a flash sale and we offer the challenge pack. Sometimes people will order it, sometimes they won't. But any way you look at it, you have them now as a captive audience in the free group, and you're giving them stuff for free. So eventually, they're going to see it enough, they're going to hear it enough, and they're going to want to join us.
Okay. Well, I just
that is a win. Good job, Carlotta.
Send it to her. Woo-hoo!
All right, I want to take a picture. This is the dream team right here, baby. Oh, hold on. Let me make this big.
Oh, God.
Oh, wait. Come on. Get off of there. Jeez.
So, did you get my
job. I'm so proud of you. So proud. Right. Good job.
I'll see you on Monday morning.
Okay, lovey.
Love you.
Reach out if you need me. I love you too. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.